Hello, Mai, Michaelman. Is that it? I'll just call you Mai. Hello, Mai. Hello, Mai. How are you? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hope your Saturday is going well. Okay, okay. That was loud music, so I hit the mute button. But hello, guys. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend to everybody. I hope your weekend has gotten off to a great start. I hope your weekend has gotten off to a wonderful start. And yes, it's the weekend, but guess what? It's still Mental Health Awareness Month, okay? For the whole month of May, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And for many days, the plan is that most days, I'm sure many of you already know a lot of these tips, but my main goal on my channel is motivating people to move. So look at my legs. Just look at the legs move, okay? And you get up and you move, all right? That is the main emphasis over here. But being that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, the plan is to give you guys some tips most days this month, tips to help boost your mental health, okay? And again, many of these tips we already know about. We just need to implement them. We need to implement them, right? Sometimes we have a problem implementing things. Hey, Sassy. Happy Saturday, Sassy. What are you up to? So I have 5 tips for everyone today. 5 tips. You guys know tip number 1 is always going to be to get moving, right? So it'll be the tip by default. Always get moving. Always. Because when you move, what do? When you exercise, you release those endorphins, those chemicals, okay? You release those endorphins, and what do? They help you deal with stress. They help to relieve stress, okay? So that's always tip number 1, regardless of how many we have. That's tip 1. Tip 1, okay? It's easy. I give you guys examples every day. Let's see, who was that? David. David 89. Hi, David. Heading to the grocery store. It's that time of the week. It's that time of the week. Headed to the grocery store. Sassy, I think I'm gonna stand in the shade for a while in hopes that more people come in so that more people can hear these tips. Again, they're easy tips. You probably already know them. Hi, David. Okay. So, tip number 1, when we're talking about boosting our mental health is going to get moving, dance, depending on where you live, you know, ride your bike, go walking, go swimming, go running, go jogging. Do those things that they also, those are the things that also help with your physical health as well. So, tip number 2, we're going to surround ourselves with good people, okay? Good, positive people. When you're focusing on your mental health and you feel like you just need a boost, pay attention to the people you're surrounding yourself with, okay? Pay attention to the people you're surrounding yourselves with. Negative people bring you down. Negative people bring you down. They do. They bring you down. And that contributes to things like depression and anxiety. So why hang around negative people? You know, when you start to feel depressed, down and out, think about the company that you keep. Okay? Think about the company that you keep. Negative people will play a negative part on your mental health, okay? So try to surround yourself with positive people. And if you don't know many positive people in your life, guess what? Surround yourself with positive things, okay? Surround yourself with positive things. Y'all, the pollen is high, so y'all already know what time it is for me. Allergies, allergies, allergies. I might start sneezing. The eyes might start itching. I'm already sniffing. So yeah, it's allergy season. Spring is the season that does it for me, okay? I know there are many allergy sufferers out there, but spring is the season that really gets me. Okay, tip number 3, put yourself first. Okay, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but we want to talk about it again. Put yourself first. Put yourself first. Even though people you love may need your attention, hey, if you're slacking, if you're down and out, how can you really help them? How can you really help them? You can, but you want to be at your best. You know, you want to be at your best when you're trying to help those family members, those friends who need you. So always put yourself first. You don't have to be selfish when doing so. You know, you don't have to be selfish when doing so. Put yourself first. Make sure that, you don't disregard other people, but you put yourself first. Because if you don't put yourself first, you're not giving them the best that you have anyway. All right? So that's tip 3. Put yourself first. Tip 1, get moving. Tip 2, surround yourself with positive people. And tip 3, put yourself first. We're going to move on to tip 4. All right? Tip 4. Tip 4. 4 is one that everybody needs to improve on, okay? And that's cutting out bad habits. Cutting out bad habits. Tip 4 is cutting out bad habits. Whether it be bad sleeping habits, bad eating habits, other bad health habits, sleeping and eating are the 2 big ones. Sleeping and eating, they play a big part on your physical health as well as your mental health. Your physical health as well as your mental health. We talk about this all the time. Moderation. Moderation is key. All right? Moderation is key. But if you know that you already have a problem with overindulging in sweets, then you've surpassed moderation, okay? You have surpassed moderation. And you need to find ways to moderate what you eat. Cut back on those sweets. Cut down on the sweets, all right? We're going to talk about caffeine in a good way and a bad way. Moderate amounts of caffeine can boost your mood, okay? And when I say caffeine, I'm talking about like dark chocolate, things like that. That good old, the natural caffeine. Hey, even some people when you're at work and you're tired, you're just ready to go, grab a Coke. Grab a Coke, just to get the caffeine, just to get that boost to help you finish the workday, okay? But don't make it a habit of drinking soft drinks. So what I would rather you do is to just try some dark chocolate, okay? So just watch your habits. Watch your habits. Watch your habits. So the flip side of caffeine is that it can hurt your habits as well. You don't want to drink caffeine an hour before bedtime, okay? So we're talking about these sleeping habits now. No caffeine 1 hour before bedtime. Also, turn out the lights. Turn down the lights about 60 minutes, about an hour before you really want to go to sleep. Help your body to get in that mood, okay? Turn the lights down. There's no reason all of your lights should be on. If your bedtime is 10 o'clock, around 9, turn the lights down, okay? Turn the lights down. And if you just have to have light, make sure that it is orange, red, sunset. Think sunset, okay? That's like evening. Blue, all these bright lights, that's just like, it's just waking you up. It's keeping you up, okay? So, not blue, but we're gonna do orange, red, those types of lights. Think of it as sunset. It's blue out here right now. It's blue, right? We're wide awake. Most of us, excuse me, y'all, most of us are wide awake, right? Because it's blue out here. So when you're going to bed, don't let your room be blue. Turn off the TV, okay? Put down your phone, right? Here's comes some music, y'all. Okay, I'm back. The music was loud. It was loud. YouTube, it is not me, okay? It's the surrounding. I cannot control this music, okay? Sassy says, thumbs up the live for our host. Thank you, Sassy. I appreciate that. Please, if you come across this live, please give it a thumbs up if you don't mind. I would definitely appreciate it. We don't fuss at you about it over here, but we do encourage it, okay? Please thumbs up the live. Leave a comment if you like. If you catch the replay, leave a comment in the replay. Leave a comment telling us some things you do to boost your mental health, okay? All right? Again, we don't diagnose. We don't professionally diagnose. We don't professionally assess. And we don't treat because we can't, okay? We can't, right? If you are not educated in the field, formally educated in the field, if you are not formally educated in the field, if you have not been formally trained, and done a clinical rotation of some kind, and passed your state board licensure exam, then we are not qualified. We do not meet the criteria to diagnose, assess, or treat. But we can, as lay people, notice signs and symptoms that show our mental health may be, you know, maybe it needs a boost, okay? And maybe even you need to see someone professionally. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed. If you need to see someone professionally, do so, all right? It's your health and it counts. Physical and mental. Physical, mental, and emotional, okay? It counts. It all counts. Your mental health will affect your physical health and your emotional health. So it all counts. It all counts. Again, if you catch this live and you don't leave a comment, that's fine. Maybe go back in the replay in the comment section and tell us some things that you know that have worked for you, because that's what we're doing over here. We're lay people, just giving each other nuggets on things that we know that we've experienced that could help others boost their mental health. That is the goal of this channel always. Whether we're talking about mental health or just life in general. Life in general. We want to share those nuggets that we have. And everybody has a nugget, okay? Everybody has a nugget. Your nugget may be different from others. That's expected. That's the goodness in it all. That's the goodness of it all, okay? That is the goodness of it all. It is hot. It's not muggy. It's a bit windy at times, y'all. But I feel like it needs to rain. I love it when it rains. I love it when it rains because it clears out this pollen. Okay? It clears out the pollen. Who is that? Italy. Italy. Hi, Italy. Welcome into the chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I didn't go to tip 5, did I? Trying to get out of this, beat these allergies, y'all. Tip 5. Tip 5 is to pay attention to each of the four tips above, okay? Pay attention to each of the four tips above. Give yourself time when trying to achieve the four tips above. Give yourself time. And though we want you to give yourselves time, don't neglect it, okay? Don't neglect those things that I've been sharing with you guys when it comes to implementing them into your life. You know, don't neglect it. Don't say I want to do that and I plan to do that and I'm gonna do that and don't do it, okay? Don't say I want to, I plan to, I'm going to, and then renege on doing it. Don't do that, okay? It's okay to give yourself time. It's just like working out. It's okay to give yourself time, but make sure that you do implement these tips, okay? Over the past few days, I've given maybe 17 tips, I think. 17 tips. And you can catch the other live replays, or you can just continue to come back and watch throughout the month of May. The plan is to give you guys tips to help boost your mental health. Okay? Let's see. I'm from the United States. Where are you? Where are you from? You said you used to live in Milton Hill, Nottingham. Where are you from? I'm gonna have to block you if you start asking personal questions. I don't mind new people coming in here, but most of the times, especially when we're on the app, we get trolls. So listen when I say, I let the trolls make it over here. But when you start asking redundant questions, or when you start asking questions that aren't your business, I remove you. But if I remove you, I hope you continue to watch. Hey, I'm going to watch. Okay, all right, Sassy. Yeah, I need to go ahead and dang, what's her name? I can't even think of her name. Good goodness. Y'all know it's like that when you want to say something. A lot of times it comes to your mind and you forget. But I have to ask her. I always have to ask people because people will just mod you up without asking. And I feel like you should ask the person if they want to be a mod. Okay? Because you never know. You need, like, when you don't have a big chat, you really don't need mods or you really don't need a lot of them. I'll put it that way. But you need at least maybe 4 to 5, 4 to 6. So that hopefully that's 6 different schedules. And no matter what time it is, 1 or 2 could come in. Because people have things to do. People have things to do. I talked about that once before. I think it was last week. The way people get so upset with their mods, or they get so upset with not just the mods, with the subscribers. They get upset with the subscribers. You know, this is an app. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. So you do it at your leisure, okay? You do it at your leisure. And I've even started to go to people now who don't come to my chat because some of them, I've noticed one thing. When I'm on in the evenings, sometimes they're doing their thing or they're on, especially if they're a content creator. But sometimes people are getting off work and they're running around. So when people tell me they're listening, that is one of the greatest forms of support you can have. They don't have to really interact as long as they're listening or they're letting you play, because that's the way I do. If I'm doing something, I'll come in and say hello, and I'll say I'm gonna leave you running, and I'm listening. And when I'm done doing what I'm doing, if they're still on, I come back in, or I just jump in periodically, because it doesn't matter if there's one person in the chat. As long as you're talking and somebody is listening to you, or somebody catches your replay, maybe something that you say will touch the heart, mind, or soul of someone who needs it. Okay? Of someone who needs it. That is a really great thing. And you know what? I might not add, because I do have family moderators who are watching all the time. Who are watching all the time, but they don't drop in the chat. And I suggest that to any content creator. Have your mods who will come into the chat and be visible, but also have your mods who kind of just watch. I got 2. They don't really know a lot about the app, but just in case, they Know when it really gets ugly. And even then, people can't always be there. So appreciate your subscribers, appreciate your moderators, and appreciate YouTube. Appreciate YouTube. Appreciate YouTube. Appreciate any app that gives you the opportunity to express yourself or just gives you the opportunity to watch others who are expressing themselves. And it'll go a long, long way. It'll go a long, long way. Now, this grass is growing so fast. It's like we cut the grass, and it doesn't take much rain. It doesn't take much rain. I love the rain, and it really hasn't been, we haven't had a heavy rain lately, but the rain that we have had, it is really, really nourishing this grass. It is really nourishing this grass. And the grass is growing back so, so quickly. So quickly. But I love it. I love seeing green grass. I love it. Now here, you have a tree. Look at that brown. Look at all that brown. Looks like fall, doesn't it? Look at all those leaves. It looks like fall. But it's not fall. It's not fall. So again, if anybody came through who did not catch, or anybody who's on right now, if you didn't catch the 5 tips from today, I will be going over those tips again. The first tip, as always, is going to be to move. Move, move, move. And not only that, to move and to get adequate rest. Move, move, move. Move, move, move. Exercise, exercise. Yeah, you probably do work. And if you put in enough steps at work, that's a good thing. But I want you to exercise and focus on yourself, okay? When you're at work and you're focusing on getting your job done, right? Doing the things that you need to do to make sure that your job is done. So when you get off, I know you're ready to go home, but hey, look, what do we usually do when we get off work? Get home, jump in the shower, start preparing food. And for those who don't really jump in the shower first, who start preparing food. But guess what? After work, it's the best time to go ahead and say, hey, let me knock out 15 minutes. If you have a really busy schedule, 15 minutes is good. I suggest 30 minutes of cardiovascular activity each day, or at least 5 days a week. But hey, if you have a really busy schedule, always make sure that you do it right after work. Right after work, when you get home, jump out of your car, walk around your block, walk around your house, the outside of your yard, or walk around the inside of your house for 30 minutes. Get on your bike, your treadmill for 15 to 30 minutes. You know, if you got to get breakfast on, you got to get the kids, got to get homework started, do it for 15 minutes. Eventually, you will make time for the other 15 minutes. You will do it. You will do it. Because it'll become habit. The more consistent you are, the more it becomes habit. Okay? The more consistent you are, the more it becomes habit. Tip 2, surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with people who motivate you, who encourage you, who speak words of kindness into you. Okay? Surround yourself with positive people who don't mind at all giving you words of encouragement. People who make it their goal to speak positivity into people. Surround yourselves with those type of people. Okay? Tip 3, put yourself first. Remember to put yourself first. All right? Your mental health is crucial. If you want to help others, your family, your children, your spouse, your family and friends, you know, you want to be at your optimal, okay? You want to be the best you can be. And we always talk about this. We say put ourselves first. It's not to be selfish and it's not to disregard other people. It's to make sure that you're better for yourself and other people, okay? We talk about it all the time. Sometimes we need to give ourselves a boost. You know, sometimes we're the only ones giving ourselves a pep talk. So give yourself a pep talk. And when you're talking to others, take advantage of that pep talk as well. Take advantage of that pep talk as well when you're talking to others, okay? 4, tip number 4. Tip number 4. Make sure you cut out bad habits. bad eating habits, bad sleeping habits, you know, just bad, cut out the bad interactions that you have. Some people, they'll tell you they seem to find themselves always in the worst interactions, okay? That goes back to surrounding yourself with positive people and not negative people, all right? That's one way you can cut out that bad habit. Stop going where bad habits exist, okay? Cut back on smoking. Preferably stop smoking. Drink in moderation. Preferably don't drink. But people are adults. We can't tell them what to do, okay? Okay, we can just give them tips on the things that will help boost their mental health. All right? When you get stressed out, ticked off, or mad, instead of grabbing a smoke, walk around the block. Walk around the block. Walk around the block. Okay? When it's time to go to sleep, we talked about caffeine, right? Caffeine has its ups and it has its downs. Get the best, most organic chocolate you can find. Don't eat the whole bar. Just, break a quarter bar, break it in half or something, and save the other part for later. Sometimes something like that in the morning can boost your mood, okay? It can boost your mood. Now, that said, don't eat or drink caffeine an hour before bedtime. Don't do it. Don't do it. Some people have no problem. This is an individual thing. So these are just tips. Some people have no problem. They can sit up and drink 8-ounce cup of iced tea, a 20-ounce Coke, and go straight to bed. They can. But to be healthier about it, limit caffeine and use it to your benefit, okay? Use it to your benefit. All right? No alcohol an hour before bed, no caffeine an hour before bed. And if you take certain medications, make sure to lay off some of those devices, okay? Some of those habits that we have that may not necessarily be good for us. They're okay, maybe in moderation, but some habits, if you can get rid of them completely, that's a great thing. So tip number 5 is to remember tips 1 through 4. Okay, remember tips 1 through 4 and give yourself time to adapt to what the changes are that you're making, okay? Give yourself time to adapt to the changes that you're making, but don't neglect. Don't put them off. You want to give yourself time, adequate time, sufficient time, but you don't want to neglect those changes, those positive changes you're trying to make that will boost your mental health. You don't want to neglect those things. Y'all, it's time to go on vacations. That's another thing you can do. Go on vacation. I'm so ready to get a vacation. I am so ready to go on vacation. I don't know where I want to go, but I'm so ready to go somewhere where there's a lot of water. Not a cruise. Not a cruise. Definitely not a cruise. But I'm so ready to go where there's a lot of water. And people who love cruises, they say they have the most wonderful time. And you can tell that they do. You look at the videos, the pictures, of course they do. But I'm just not a cruise kind of gal. I'm not. And some people will say, well, how would you know if you won't even go? You know how sometimes you've heard the ugly stories? And a cruise isn't something you have to have. A cruise isn't something you have to have, okay? Now, some people are afraid of taking shots. And you're like, they're not that bad. They're not so bad. Well, some people, the shot isn't so bad. It's the needle going in, seeing it. That's why people oftentimes say, turn your head. But no, don't turn your head. You need to see what people are doing to you. So just the thought of it. We've all had shots because we were all toddlers at one point. But I mean, when you become an adult, you don't have to have those. Hopefully, you're not having to have all those shots. So people are like, how do you know when you can't even remember the last time you had one? So that's how people are when they talk to me about a cruise. Well, how do you know if you haven't even gone to at least try it out to see if you dislike it? Because I know. I know. Let's see. I know. Thank you to the 5 people who are here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And again, if you guys have any mental health tips that will help people boost their mental health, please, please, please leave those tips in the comment section of the replay, okay? If you haven't, you drop them in the live. A lot of times people don't like to come into that is so strange to me. It is so it's so strange to me that trolls or people will come into your live. Okay, I have to let him pass with that music. But it's so strange to me that trolls and real people will come into the live to say the weirdest things, right? To say crazy things. To say crazy things. But they won't come into your live to discuss the things that make sense. I guess they just don't have anything to do. And once they're ignored, they go on about their business, which is a good thing. But just know, trolls, when you go around and you're harassing people, you may think that you're bothering them. And some people you do. But people who have learned to deal with you the proper way, typically they'll tend to harass you. You'll become bored and you'll move on. If you don't get blocked first. If you don't get blocked first. So when you go into someone's chat, have respect, be decent and in order, the way you would like someone to come into your chat or your home, for example, with sense, in order, and with respect. All right? Because even though you're trying to hurt them and you're trying to be funny or cute, you're still giving them a view. All right? All right? And that's what's most important. And I appreciate content creators, moderators. We ask and request people to thumbs up the live, to like, comment, share, and subscribe. But we also have to remember to thank people for coming, okay? Thank people for coming. We have to remember that. So if you never give me a thumbs up, if you never leave a comment, if I see a number up there, then someone's watching, and I appreciate that. Okay? Whether it's 4, 24, 44, 84, So show appreciation. Show appreciation. Even appreciate the trolls until they cross the line. And when you cross the line, then you don't have to appreciate that because you don't need that. You don't need that. It is so hot. It is so hot. The wind isn't as breezy as it was when I first started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop for a while. I'm not sure if I'm going to end the live or not, but I'm going to stop for a while in a cool place. And if I do end the live, I'll be back later. I'll be back later. But I try to do my Let's Walk and Talk lives daily. We don't catch every day. We don't get it done every day, but we do most days of the week. So I'll probably come back for a sit and talk, okay? A sit and talk. Let's sit and talk. Let's sit and talk. Or let's just sit and live stream. Sometimes you don't have to talk. Just like when I say let's walk and talk, if talking slows you down, don't do it. Just walk. Walk. My main goal is to get you moving, not to get your lips moving, to get you moving, get those legs moving. Look at the legs. Listen to the birds, okay? Listen to the birds, look at the legs, and hopefully this motivates you to move. Jump on your bicycle. Jump on your stationary bike. Jump on your elliptical. Jump on your treadmill. Swim. Do something. Do something. That is the goal. That is the goal. That is the goal. And I want you guys, like I said, we're going to touch on mental health most most times this month. But I also want to just talk about things that that you have going on. No names, things that you know, or just educational, just some information. Drop information in the chat. That's good information, okay? Information we can use, all right? That's what I like for my subscribers to do. Leave information that we can use. Leave good information that we can use. Information that we can build on, okay? Information that can help us. Information that can help anybody. Hey, girl, dad. Girl, dad, what's going on? You've been cutting up over there. You and the baby over there gardening. Y'all cutting up. I'm like, wait a minute. I like that kind of stuff. I like that. I like it. I like it. We need to be growing our foods, okay? We need to be growing our foods. Thank you for coming into the live chat, girl, dad. I appreciate you. Let me see. Who is that? I don't English. You're Hindu? Okay. I couldn't see you. Is it Rahis? Girl, dad says, laugh out loud. Thank you. Yeah, y'all over there getting down over there. I love that. I love to watch people garden. Girl, dad, let me tell you something. This is I got to do better, okay? I have got to do better. I have a garden. It's not even at my home. It's at a family member's home, okay? They take care of it. They nurture it. So, of course, it's their yard. They can have anything they want out of it. And I just benefit from it, okay? I benefit from it. The girl that has said, laugh out loud, thank you. Yes, I just benefit from it. I don't know what's going on. I didn't notice this problem last summer. Does that mean I need a new phone, y'all? Does that mean I need a new phone? I've had this phone almost 2 years. The only time I couldn't see last summer was when the sun was hitting the phone in such a way that it was just impossible. But even now on cloudy days, I cannot see the comments until I get into a shaded area. That burns me up. But look, I'm not trying to buy a new phone. Ask anybody who knows me. I will keep a phone until I have two old phones now. One of them, it just finally stopped even charging. The other one, it charges and it's okay, but it goes from 100 to 15 in like 10 minutes. It goes from 100 to 15 in like 10 minutes. So this one is my phone, and now it's like when I'm in certain places, if I'm inside, it's fine. It's all good. It's like normal. And certain places outside, when I'm in a shaded area, great. But but the sun, and now not only the sun, if it's just a cloudy day, I can't. See, like I need to hit the mute button now because I hear music. Okay, yeah, I had to unmute because I didn't want people to think I'm not here. But when I tell you, you can hear every word coming out of the out of the system's mouth. Do not spam my chat, please. Do not put all of those emojis. Like I say, if you are a troll, don't waste your time over here. If you're gonna be a troll, be a good troll. Be courteous, be polite, and don't do the things that you know will get people shadow banned, okay? So do not spam my chat, or I'll have to block you. And I know you don't care because you're only here for negativity, okay? So do not spam my chat. Thank you. Hey, Brilliant. Hey, brilliant blessed miss. How you doing, girlie? How you doing? Happy Saturday to you. Happy weekend. Happy. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Happy Saturday. And I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And if you missed the 5 tips, hopefully you'll catch the replay. But if not, I'm going to go over them one more time. I've been on here maybe 35, 40 minutes. So it is about time for me to give out the 5 tips for mental health before I get off of here. 5 tips to boost your mental health. One is always number one. Well, number one is pray, okay? Number one is pray, okay? So number two is always number two. Get moving. Get moving. Let me see if anybody else came in. I see brilliant speakers to everybody. Hi, Antonio. How are you? Glad to have you. I appreciate you. Girl, Dad, of course, I'm glad to have you. I appreciate you. Sassy came in here earlier. Michael Min came in here earlier. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you, Brilliant, for speaking to everybody. I greatly appreciate you. I got my journal. Oh, number one and number two are crucial. Yes. Number one, pray. Number two, move. Get moving. Exercise. You can walk. Look at the legs move. The legs moving aren't telling you that you have to walk, but it's saying that's an option. Okay, you have many options. You can walk, you can skip, you can jog, you can hop, you can jump rope, you can run. You can get on your bicycle, ride around the neighborhood. You can get on your stationary bike. You can get on your treadmill. You can get on your elliptical. You can go swimming. I just named off like 10 to 11 things you can do, cardiovascular activity that you can do that will help your physical health, but will not only do that, it will boost your mental health. Because once you do those things, your body releases those endorphins, okay? And endorphins are the chemicals, the great chemicals that our body uses to help to relieve stress, which in turn can help to keep those things like anxiety and depression in check, okay? Depending on your situation, it may not keep it completely in check, but if it's mild, it can definitely help. If it's major, it can help. If anything that you're going through, that you're having a time battling on your own, please seek professional help. And if you don't want to seek professional help first, please talk to a trusted friend, talk to a trusted family member first, and then a trusted friend. And maybe they can even, if you don't feel like you need professional help, if there's someone that loves you and cares about you, they can maybe even encourage you to maybe seek professional help. And maybe they can encourage you and help you get through that time themselves. That's why tip number 3 is crucial. Surrounding yourself with positive people, okay? Surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with positive people. Earlier I said that was tip 2, but look, hey, I had to add in prayer, okay? Tip 1, I had to change it and make that prayer. Tip 2, always keep moving. Keep moving. Look at the legs move. That is the goal of my channel. That's why I call it the Let's Walk and Talk. Okay? Let's walk and talk. So we can walk and we can talk. We can walk and we can talk. If you can walk and talk, you're doing great. But if you can't talk, don't overextend yourself. You don't need to talk all the time. You know, nobody likes to talk all the time. And if you find that you're getting winded or something like that, then don't talk. Don't walk even. Stop. Slow down and or stop. Okay? Slow down, and if you need to, stop. But that is tip 2. Tip 3, surround yourself with positive people. Why surround yourself with negative people? When you surround yourself with negative people, that contributes to the downfall of your mental health, okay? And when I say negative, that means, like, say for instance, drama. You say you get tired of hearing that, or you get tired of seeing that. Guess what? The people bringing the drama aren't going to stop. So you have to remove yourself from those situations. Forever? Not really. But just give yourself a break. Give yourself a break, okay? Give yourself a break. Believe me, it'll be there when you go back. It'll be there when you go back. So surround yourself with positive people, not negative people. That doesn't make sense. Okay? Tip 4, put yourself first. We touched on this yesterday. But I didn't let you know yesterday that putting yourself first doesn't mean that you disregard the people that you love, okay? It doesn't mean that. It means you're putting yourself first. You want to be at your optimal, right? So when it comes to your family and friends who may need you, you've got to sometimes distance yourself, just get away. Put yourself first. Make sure your mental is stable, okay? Make sure you have a stable mental health. so that your emotional and physical can follow, okay? And you'll also be there for those that you love. If your mental state is chaotic, how can you really help someone else in a good way, you know, or the best way, okay? So tip 5, cut out those bad habits, okay? Cut out the bad habits. Cutting out bad habits. When I say cutting out bad habits, I mean cutting out bad eating habits, cutting out bad sleeping habits, cutting out those devices that we sometimes indulge in, such as drinking and smoking, okay? Seems like the hardest thing to get people to do with high blood pressure. Not everybody with high blood pressure smokes, okay? But it seems like the hardest thing to do is to get them to quit smoking. Is to get them to quit smoking. It is like the hardest thing to do. Yes, what I'm trying to read, Brilliant. This phone is getting on my nerves. You know it means I need a new phone. But it's okay when it's like cloudy, really cloudy outside. Like earlier I said there, like when the sun is out hitting it. When the sun is out, it's okay. It's just that when it hits it a certain way that I walk. When it's cloudy, it seems to be the same way. And I'm like, I thought if it was cloudy, it would just be cool. So some days when it's cloudy, I can see. But usually I have to get like in a shaded area, like now. Let's see. Bria says, I got my journal. Okay, I saw that. Speaking of Sassy, girl, Sassy's grocery shopping. She says she's going grocery shopping. Hi, is that Keshav? Okay, Keshav, you've got to go because you came over here with ignorance. But I might let you hang around for a minute for the view. Let's see, let's give it like 30 seconds. I think that's what it takes to get the view. So I'm going to let you hang around for a minute and then we're going to block you, okay? Okay? Because this day is too beautiful for someone like a troll to come in and hurt the chat. So goodbye. Right, you said hi once. Remember, don't spam this chat or you will be made to leave. It is amazing to me how people won't drop in the chat and say hello. They'll tell me, I watched you or I saw you. And they won't simply say hello. But the trolls, they have no problem. They'll come in here and say hi 50 times. They'll say hi 50 times. But anyway, all support is appreciated. I hope you give it a thumbs up. If you don't give it a thumbs up, it's still appreciated because what? If you come by and you hang out a few seconds, that's a view. That's a view. So content creators, appreciate the trolls as well, but don't let them upset your mental state, okay? Because that is their goal. Because no one will come into your chat unless, with the negative intention, unless they mean to. Sometimes when we're having conversation, we say things that maybe get misconstrued or crossed over. But then you have those trolls that come in and say negative things because they're trying to divert your attention. But we can't do that because this is Mental Health Awareness Month. Okay, it is Mental Health Day every day. But May has been designated as Mental Health Awareness Month. It has a whole week. Okay? A whole week. 13th through the 19th, Mental Health Awareness Week. And there's a Mental Health Awareness Day in there somewhere. And in October, on October 10th, is World Health Awareness. Okay? So wherever you're from, you're welcome here from all over the world. But the ignorance will not be tolerated. And it's not always young people or children. Sometimes young kids do come into the chat and play. I can respect that much more than I can respect full-grown adults. Full-grown adults. So we're not going to let y'all play on our mental because what we're going to do is we're going to block you out. And that's the thing that we have to do. When things are affecting our mental, we have to block it out. Now, if it's something that needs to be dealt with, deal with it. Deal with it. Of course, deal with it. But if it's something trivial, if it's ignorance, block it out. Block it out. We're focusing on moving over here. That is the whole purpose of the Let's Walk and Talk channel. Focus on getting you moving, motivating you to move, and as well as other things in our lives that we're going through. When people choose to share, we're here to motivate each other. And yes, again, people will try to bring that down and say, you can't be positive all the time. Who says that we are? Who says that we are? But we don't have to be foolish, we don't have to be ignorant, and we don't have to indulge in negativity, do we? No, we don't. We can go where we want to go. We can watch and see who we want to watch and see. Because each of us should know when we've crossed the line and when enough is enough. And when enough is enough for you, take a break. Take a break. Put the phone down. Put the laptop down. Put the tablet down. Take a break. Okay? And come back later. Because the one thing I can guarantee you, one thing's for certain and two things for sure. The same thing. That negativity will be there, okay? It will be there. So give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Nope. Can't understand that. Bye. Bye, Rahis. Thank you for that view, though. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On that note, I'm going to get out of here. It has been 52 minutes. 52 minutes. I might walk another 8 minutes just to round it up, but it's not necessary. It's really, really not necessary. But why not? I want you guys to watch the legs move. I hope they motivate you to move, whether it's to walk, to skip, to jump, to ride your bike, ride your treadmill, go swimming, whatever it is. And also move your arms. Don't forget to move your arms, okay? Move your arms. It doesn't matter if you're exercising for your mental health or physical health. Exercising in general helps it all. That is why I started that out, and I always start that out as tip number 1. But we're going to replace that. We're going to make that number 2. Okay? Because first of all, we need to pray. We need to pray first and foremost. Always, always, always pray. Okay? Pray, pray, pray. Pray, pray, pray. And then get up and start moving. Okay? Pray, pray, pray. Okay, I got that fixed. Pray, pray, pray. And get up and start moving. Okay? Get up and start moving. Get up and start moving. Surround yourself. Tip 3, surround yourself with positive people. Remove negativity from your presence. Or remove yourself from the negativity, okay? Or remove yourself from the negativity, okay? Number 4, put yourself first. Put yourself first. We're not being selfish by doing so. What we're doing is we're making sure that our well-being is intact. Putting yourself first, of course, in a non-selfish way. In a non-selfish way. Allows you to make sure that your well-being is intact and that you're handling the day's activities and the things that come to you and that you come across on a daily basis, that you're able to deal with those and adapt to those things, you know. So put yourself first. And it doesn't mean disregarding anybody else. It means putting yourself first so that you can help others when you may need to help them. Okay? Okay, give yourself a pep talk. Motivate yourself. Pull yourself up by your bootstrings, okay? That's what you have to do. All right? Tip 5, cut out bad habits. Smoking and drinking, 2 bad habits you can cut out. You know, if you can't go cold turkey, cut it out slowly. Or don't cut it out altogether. Just moderation. Moderation. Moderation is key. And when I say moderation when it comes to those vices, I mean strict moderation, okay? Strict moderation. Bad eating habits. Clean up your eating habits, okay? Clean up your eating habits. Clean up your eating habits. Cut out those sweets. Cut out all of those empty carbs, because all they're doing is adding to your waistline, and that's not good, okay? Increasing your risk of other conditions, and then after that, those conditions increase your risk of having mental health issues, okay? So cut out the bad habits. When it's time to go to bed, it's time to go to bed. An hour before going to bed, turn the TV off, or at least adjust the lighting. Turn off most of the lights, okay? I know we all have certain lights that we leave on all night, but make sure there is no blue light around, okay? Make sure there's no blue light. Meaning your phone, meaning your laptop, meaning your tablet. Turn them off, turn them over, shut them down, okay? Shut them down. Have your phone, only answer your phone if you know it's important and it's a call that you need to take care of. Okay? And if a person leaves you a message, it's okay, check the message. If they were just calling to shoot the breeze, hey, talk to them later. Talk to them later. All right? Talk to them later. Green says, pray has become a very, very effective tool for me lately. It feels great to be able to really, really connect to God. Yes, 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 brilliant. It definitely does. It feels great to be able to connect with God. Y'all know I don't beat you up about the likes. Get the likes up. Hit 1 or 2 before you leave. Sometimes people come through after. I'm not going to beat you up about it. That I really don't like that. Because sometimes we just forget or we aren't thinking about it. But I do like to remind you to do it. I'm not going to do it throughout my lives. I just don't do that. Sometimes my mom will do it, and I appreciate that. But for those who have caught this replay, have caught this live, and if you don't catch the live, if you catch the replay, consider giving a thumbs up. But guess what? I appreciate the fact that you gave me a view, okay? Because when you come, you hang around for a few seconds, that's a view. I appreciate that. We have to learn to say thank you for the things that people don't have to do, you know, and they don't have to do any of it. They don't have to hit the like, they don't have to give you a view, they don't have to leave a comment. So if I can get 1 out of 3, that ain't bad. So no, I don't beat you up about the likes, but I would appreciate them, okay? Okay? I would appreciate them. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Alvin George. Hi, Alvin George. How are you? Welcome into the live. I appreciate you for coming by. I hope you tapped that like button. I hope you gave me a thumbs up. But hey, if you didn't, y'all hear that? Now that is a muffler. That is a muffler. If you didn't, you came into the chat, and I greatly appreciate that because there are so many people who tell me that they see the live, but they don't drop into the chat. You know, I understand that. But certain chats, they go full throttle. They go full throttle. So if you just drop in the chat and say hi, that's good with me. If you don't drop in the chat, the fact that I see numbers up there that 1, 2, 3 people, whoever, 30, 40, 50, 60 people are watching, that's good with me. You don't always have to get a thumbs up. Yes, it helps the algorithm, but what also helps the algorithm is the view. Okay? The view. Okay? And especially people who come through and just simply say hi. Whether they're, even when they turn out to be trolls, if they've come in and they said hi, they've interacted, that affects the algorithm, okay? And they hung around for a few seconds, that affects the algorithm. So 2 out of the 3 ain't bad, okay? So I'm not gonna harp on the likes, but I would appreciate the likes. Get it? Bye. Bye. So it's 59:42. 59:42. So should I end now? I could. Or should I just wait, what, probably 15 seconds now? 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. I see a neighbor who I don't want to talk to because they talk for so long. Okay, they talk for so long. And they'll see you on the phone and they'll still stand there and they'll talk. They'll talk. Bye. Thank you for the thumbs down and thank you for the comment. Thank you for giving me that view because you hung around enough to do so. Now, we'll hide you. See, y'all can't let people affect your mental health. You have to laugh at people. You have to laugh at them. Let them affect your mental health that way. Laugh at them. Laugh, laugh, laugh. You know, another tip to help you with your mental health. When the trolls come in, laugh. Laugh. They're trying to use you to bring your day down, to bring you down. So use them to your benefit. Even explain to them how they're helping you. You can give me a thumbs up, you can thumbs it down. It's our interaction. If you don't do either, fine, you've come into the chat. So I appreciate that. But you worked your way out of the chat. And I appreciate that. That is the easiest way to get someone to feel the way they're making you feel. Laugh at them. Okay? Laugh at them. But don't entertain it too long, okay? Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to entertain it. Just laugh at them, right? Laugh at them and keep it moving. Keep it moving. So y'all watch the legs move, be motivated to move. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Find you mental health tips that will help boost your mental health. We talked about maybe 17 this week so far. Okay? We talked about, it was supposed to be 5, but I think it ended up being 6. The first one is to pray. Pray, pray, pray. The second tip is to get moving. I named off 10 to 11 things you can do. You can walk, you can look at my legs move, be motivated to walk, skip, jump, run, jog, jump rope, go swimming, ride your bicycle in your neighborhood, ride your stationary bike, ride your treadmill, ride your elliptical, skate, dance. Y'all, I've almost touched on 15 things. I think that's like 13 or 14 things you can do. That's physical activity that will contribute to your physical and cardiovascular fitness, and that will also contribute to your mental health. Okay? It'll contribute to your mental health. Your body will release those endorphins. Okay? Those positive mood endorphins. Those positive endorphins that contribute to improved moods. Okay? They contribute to an improvement in your mood. Those endorphins help you to deal with things better. Will they cure all? Will they be the be all to cure it all? No. But they will definitely help. So get moving. Get moving. Okay? 3, surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with positive people and remove yourself from negative environments. And as long as we're on these apps, 90% of the things that, I won't say 90% of the things on this app are negative. No. It's probably like 50-50. Sometimes I think it's really 60-40. 60 positive, 40 negative. But for some reason, it's just that in that human nature that a lot of us tend to go to the negativity. So remove yourself from the negativity. Surround yourself with positivity. Positivity. Go be around positive people and positive situations. I'm sure there's enough going on in your life that you don't need to come to an app and deal with negativity. Okay? We can watch it. It can be funny sometimes, as long as it's not being hurtful, completely hurtful to someone, and as long as it's not crossing the line. Like I said yesterday, we watched The Young and the Restless. It's fake. Because sometimes the stuff on here is real and sometimes it's fake. So don't stay anywhere too long where there's a whole lot of negativity. All right? Just don't do it. Number 5, cutting out those bad habits. Turn your light out an hour before bed. Shut down the phone, shut down the TVs, the computers, all that stuff that creates that blue light. Get you a night light that's kind of orange, red, kind of like sunset. Again, during the day it's blue because we're our circadian clock. We're meant to be up during the day. The sun sets, it's time for us to start winding down and getting ready for the night. So when you're getting ready for bed, if you just have to have light, try to make sure that that light is kind of an orange red, something that resembles sunset, okay? Something that resembles sunset. Eating habits. Cut out the carbs, the empty carbs. Cut out the empty carbs, okay? Indulge in the healthy carbs. And you have to do that in moderation as well. Fruit, of course they're healthy, but you can't overindulge in fruit, okay? You can't, because they are sugars too. All right? Cut out those vices like smoking and drinking. You can't cut it out. Cut it. Cut it, okay? Cut it. Nice tips, Lunch Process. Thank you, Brilliant. Thank you so much. Cut it. Cut those vices, okay? Cut it in half. And keep cutting. You cut that half in half until you're a fourth. You're only doing it a fourth of the time that you used to, okay? And hopefully you will cut it out. There are some things that we do in moderation, such as eating, maybe a drink here or there. But if you can cut those things out, and it's not really, you don't feel like you're depriving yourself, that's a good thing. Now, some people will say, well, I'm a junkie. I just love junk food. I'm a junk food junkie. I'm not cutting it out. And nobody said to cut it out, but have some sense about it. If you know every source that you see and read tells you that empty carbs are harmful, contribute to that waistline, contribute to your weight gain, contributes to increase in blood sugar, contributes to hypertension. You don't think as well when your mind, your body is full of all that sweet, that glucose, that sugar, okay? So always think moderation. And if you are a junk food junkie, still, you don't have to go cold turkey. If you can, you can. Just like with smoking and drinking. If you can, you can. But if you can't, just cut it in half, until you're down to a quarter of what you used to do. Cut the half in half. The tip number 5 is to remember tips 1 through 4 sometimes take time. They sometimes take time. But don't neglect them. Don't make the excuse that I tried and you really only tried for like a week, okay? It takes time. It takes time. Like I said yesterday, if you go on a vacation, sometimes you can clear your mind and boost your mental health so much till that boost from that vacation will last up to 8 weeks for some people. So think about it. When you're trying to make changes for the better, it takes time a lot of times, okay? It takes time. So on that note, I might come back later and do a sit and talk, and we can just do a sit and talk. Or I might just see you guys tomorrow, if it's the Lord's will, on the next Let's Walk and Talk live, okay? So whatever you do, protect your peace, protect your mental health. Be aware. See something, say something, do something. Whether it's for yourself or someone you know and love. We don't diagnose, we don't assess, and we don't treat because we're not licensed doctors, nurses, or therapists. Even nurses have to have certain certifications to be able to diagnose and treat mental illnesses and mental conditions, okay? You have to be a certain nurse of a certain caliber. So that being said, if you know you don't fall into any of those categories, and even if you did fall into those categories, you don't do that online, okay? Okay? Excuse me, we're lay people. We're lay people. So we can, assess from a layman's point of view and help when we think someone needs help, whether it be yourself or someone you love. It could be someone you just like. But we can give a layman's perspective, okay? A layman's perspective. Don't let people bother you guys, okay? And don't let stress people stress you out. Sometimes they'll come in disguise, okay? They'll come as if they're trying to be positive, but they're really trying to pull you into their misery lounge, okay? Have discernment. Have discernment. Know when someone is trying to pull you into their misery lounge. Don't let them. Don't let them. Tell them that you have a happy lounge and you just love, love, love being in your happy lounge, even if you're not happy, okay? Even if there are times when you're not happy, because there are times when we aren't happy. But make a happy lounge your residence, okay? Don't go into anybody's misery lounge as company because they'll try to keep you there and they'll want you to live there with them, okay? All right. So on that note, I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk, okay? Please come by and join me. Bye, y'all.